right, bass practice exercises for beginners. Now, I want to know what y'all want to know, so leave me a comment down below what you're looking to learn, what you're looking forward to, what you're looking to get out of this bass, and all. So definitely leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll be glad to direct my focus to those, okay? So leave me a comment. All right, hello, I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwanttoPlayBass.com. Jump over there, subscribe, get your free ebook on setting up your bass, and become a member for free also. Get updates on anything new coming out, new ideas, new lessons, new tips, and stuff like that. And this is I Want to Play Bass, your YouTube channel for everything bass, tips, lessons, gear reviews, and stuff like that. So definitely subscribe, hit that bell notification, get in a loop, and don't miss a beat. So today we're talking about bass practice exercises for beginners, okay? And as I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what it is you're looking for. I can sit here all day long and put out this video by video of stuff that to help better you, but you know, everybody's different and everybody's unique. So I'm kind of just curious as to what the majority of the people are looking for that watch these videos, okay? So what I'm going to go over today is just a simple practice technique to help build some muscle memory and help build, you know, get everything working together, which comes over time. It's definitely not something that just happens overnight, and hope you know that by now, that I don't have to preach that we've got to work at this. You've got to work at anything consistently to become better at it. It just doesn't happen overnight. None of these people that you see or that you watch gain their skills and ability overnight. You just don't wake up with these abilities, okay? Some people, and even Mozart, he was born with perfect pitch, but he still had to work at the technique and getting everything down. It came a little easier, and it comes a little easier to some people than others, but anybody's capable of getting there, okay? With the repetitions and the perseverance is what it takes to get there. So, you know, don't ever let anybody say you can't do it or you're not capable of doing it. And hopefully through your younger days, your adolescent years of playing music, or you know, experiencing music in school or something like that, hasn't discouraged you from wanting to play music if you have a passion for it. So, you know, unfortunately we deal with those things when we're children, or you know, up until we're adults. Even some of our adult years, we are influenced by people that aren't so positive and the things that we feel strongly about. So, you know, hopefully that hasn't happened, and if it has happened, leave the past behind you and move forward. If you've got a passion and you've got a desire to learn an instrument or learn music in any way, do it. Follow your dreams or follow your gut. That's what you want to do. So do it. You know, don't let any of that stuff discourage you. Everybody's capable of doing it. You know, just like I said, you've got to put the work in. You've got to do some work at it. It's just not, you know, it's not going to be that easy on any instrument. If it's 4-string bass, 5-string bass, 6-string guitar, cello, violin, whatever it is you're playing, it's going to take the time and consistency and the mindset, just knowing you can do it, what you can do it. There's no doubt in my mind, or there should be no doubt in your mind that you can do this. So this exercise is just a little bit of music theory. It's just the F major scale, but it's a technique to just help build your hand strength, basically, and just to get everything fine-tuned on how you approach playing your bass, okay? So we're just going to go over the F major scale for me. First fret of the E string, the F, to the 10th fret of the G string, and that's F right there as well. Okay, so that's the F major scale right there. Now, how I do it, because being up here at this end of the neck, it gets a little harder. You know, you're doing a little bit of work here that's unnecessary by just staying true to that finger per fret, okay? Staying true to that, which is a good exercise, a chromatic scale. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link up here for it, and it's just a chromatic scale, and that's what we used. We used every finger, every fret got a separate finger. So we don't have to stay true to that. We can make things a little easier on our hand to where we're not just overworking ourselves unnecessarily, okay? So what I do is I'll just take that whole step, you know, typically your first and third finger is going to stretch the whole step, and your first and second finger will be the half step. So so that's a whole step right here, first fret to the third fret. That's considered a whole step, okay? And like I said, standard, typically it'd be a first finger and a third finger, and you can do that too. You know, if it feels all right with you, then go for it. Use that, stay true to that. But if you're getting tired or anything, you can just simply use that first and fourth finger for that whole step. And it helps build your fourth finger strength, because a lot of times your pinky fingers, you know, we avoid that finger. It doesn't have the strength in the beginning, the strength to, you know, to play those notes accurately and effectively. So we have a tendency to shy away from using that finger. But don't do it. Make that your strongest finger. You know, work that finger more than the other fingers. Make it your stronger finger, because it's, you know, it's right here. If you're up here, this is like your leading finger. Your pinky's your leading finger. So make it your strongest finger. Just work it out. Use it more than you would any other time, and just build it up. Make it stronger. And it also helps in the fact that once you start using that pinky finger more up here, you keep it up here on the fretboard, and you're keeping it closer to the notes and closer to the fretboard. You're not finding yourself playing and, you know, hitting something down here, or I can't even do it anymore. Right there. And then your pinky finger is way down here. You might have to go up here. So this is going to help you keep that this is going to help you keep that fourth finger, pinky finger, up at the fretboard where it needs to be, ready for action, okay? So go ahead and use that pinky finger more. Build that bad boy up. So the major scale, first fret, the F. So the major scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F, okay? That is the F major scale with one flat. Now the pattern is going to be this right here. This pattern you can use on the F. If you got a 5-string, I use it for the C, you know, C major scale, or you can use it the B flat major scale. Okay, so that pattern right there, that was B flat. Now this is in F. That pattern is going to be first finger. We're going to use that fourth finger now, okay? So first finger on the F, fourth finger on the G, open A string, first finger on the B flat, fourth finger on the C, open D string, second finger on the E, and then since we're here, we're going to use the third finger on the F, okay? So it's just that pattern right there. Okay? So that's just up one octave. We're going up 2 octaves. Okay, so that's up 2 octaves. So when we get to this, once we hit that open D, we free this hand up, that we can reposition our hand to make it more comfortable and to make the next phrase more comfortable, to where we're not doing any awkward moves. So once we get to this, the open D, instead of using the second finger, you can do it, I mean the second finger and the third finger from E to F, you can use the open G and go, then change the position. But what I prefer is to use the open D and go, and then move my position once I get to the open D, which is D, E, F, and then we just go to that position. We put the E, second fret on the D string. Use the open D, E with our first finger on E, the second fret, second finger on F, fourth finger on the G. Because I prefer to not use the open strings. Use them when it's effective, but you know, they have a tendency to, you lose control of the tone of that by playing that open string. You have no control over here. You've got somewhat control of the tone here, how you play that open string, but for the most part, you've got less control of that note. So I prefer to use less open strings unless it's detrimental, or it's more effective to use that open string to make a big position jump. Okay, so that is going to be that's why I don't use open strings as least as possible. So in this particular exercise, we're going to use as least as possible open strings. So here we're going to the first, second, fourth finger, that G right there. And then we just repeat that on the G string. A, B flat, C. Okay, and then we jump up here to D, E, F. And there we are. We are done. The first finger, third finger, fourth finger, 10th fret right there. And then we just come back down. Now coming down. Okay, so that's the major scale. That's the F major scale. That's the pattern. You can use that same pattern if you got a 5 string on C or on B flat, the same pattern. You're just going to change on the B flat because you're going up 2 octaves. You're going to change. You're going to run up this G string a little more, or you can run up the D string a little ways. However you want to do it. You know, those notes, the option's yours. Work it out however you want to do if you're on the B flat. But that's why we went to the G, went to the F, because it's not as far of a run up the neck, which is, you know, a good exercise as well. We can get into that later on. Like I say, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're looking for to learn, and I'm glad to put that out there. I'm just curious. I can put out stuff all day long, all over the place, and you know, just like to dial it in a little bit to get what's most effective for you all. Okay. So that's the F major scale. And that's the F major scale arpeggiated. If you want to know that, let me know below. It's just arpeggiating each chord of that F major scale. So, fun one there. So, like I said, hope you got some value out of that. If you did, help me help you. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you all on the flip flop in the next video. Bye for now.